Check this out on the live board. I just noticed my Zcash trade hit its profit target, so the trade just closed. So I figured I might as well get on the live now to show you guys my positions. I'm in Ethereum, $26,000 allocation. We've got a Solana, $23,000 allocation, XRP, $18,000 allocation, and then Bitcoin Cash, $12,000 allocation, all long on 20x. For Ethereum, I'm 25x, and then Bitcoin Cash, it's 10x. The live board right now, US markets are closed, which is cool. I'm fine with that. That's why crypto is there. Dogecoin on the board. We already took that long position. If you guys don't remember from our other live stream, we took the long position for Doge, and now it's telling us to short it. But I'm personally not gonna short it. I'm not gonna short a cryptocurrency in this exact moment on this weekend when oil closed down 4% on Friday and we didn't see a reaction in the markets. What does that mean? It's built up, pent up energy right now in the markets. It's percolating. And in my opinion, we're gonna see that pop here for the cryptocurrency market. So something really cool for today's live stream is I've got a new screen for you guys. I actually just built this Algo screen so that we can work on the algorithm together and vibe code together as a community. So this is really cool because if you look at this, I can actually shift this multiplier to show you guys what setups would come on the board if I were to adjust the sensitivity of the algorithm. And then not only that, I have a ghost algorithm that's currently competing with me in order to beat me in regards to win rate. It's already positive. Even with a 46.2% win rate, this algorithm that's trying to beat me is already in the positive when it comes to capital. So it's already up $700, I believe, with a 46% win rate. And so I'm currently at an 81% win rate. This is all vetted and logged on Hyperliquid, and so none of this can be faked. It's all fully transparent. And so I would like to see now, and this is the start of this series, is can the algorithm beat me? And until it does, I'm going to keep trading with the algorithm, just not allowing the algorithm to make the trades itself. And so we talked about this in one of our other streams, and look at that, our account just flipped positive. Remember, we already took profits on a Zcash trade earlier. Zcash and Doge were the only two that popped today. And now the account just flipped positive. What's really cool is that we're on 20x leverage. So for those that haven't signed up yet, howtotradeai.com, go sign up. I built this platform myself, not one developer involved, just me and my brain and Claude. And it is the best trading platform in the world. But not only that, you can have a $10,000 account, and the platform is meant to be used with leverage. And so that $10,000, you can actually trade that as if it was $200,000 of capital. Because in some cases, like with this Ethereum long position, 25x, it would be considered $250,000 of capital. And so if you have just $1,000, that's all you need, because at 20x, that's trading $20,000 worth of capital. So the whole point of this is to allow you guys to be able to trade seamlessly and mindlessly without even having to think about it. And that's what this is all about. Is our kick stream working today for the first time? I really hope it is, because I've been trying to crack this thing down for quite some time. It's been really tough, and it looks like the kick stream is going in and out still, but it looks like YouTube is fully there, which is awesome. I've still got the chat in front of me. So this is where we're at right now with the algorithm. So let's look at the live board. Obviously, US markets are closed, but this is where the algo sits right now. You can see I'm at 80.9%. That 100% you just saw, by the way, from the cash, that was my paper account. This is live account here. So this is real money. And then the goal is this: if I can get my algo and the AI to trade automatically and do as good as me, or if not better than me, then now I don't even have to trade. So I've now removed the human element. But I think that's difficult. As a matter of fact, there's a potential it's impossible. And I say that because I think personally the reason we're so successful with our algorithm right now, sitting at a 90% win rate, which I can prove to you right now, is because of the human element that we have. That's why I think the algorithm is successful, because no other algorithm out there can tap into what's here. And what's here is the unknown element. And so when I click that long position, I click that short position, no other algo can see that. So it looks like we just got another sign up to howtotradeai.com. Stemroach, welcome. I'm tracking all users because this is gonna be on the App Store soon as an educational platform. And so I can't wait for that. Let's take a look at the live board. Bolosito says, is there a way to be rewarded for referring enrollees? Absolutely, really good question. As a matter of fact, I might have to do a giveaway for that question. That was a great question. Here, let me show you something really quick. So I'm gonna interact with this. I'm actually gonna switch to the app itself. So now you can see the app itself. And then what I'll do is I'll switch to a back view so you can see the background. Hi, good seeing you guys. That's another angle. But let's go ahead and show you exactly how to do that. So if you go to your profile up here and you scroll down, the one up, invite friends, earn perks. If you bring 10 friends on the platform, you will have a lifetime premium membership. Let's just put it that way. And everything is tracked through IP, so you can't just fake it. And I'm gonna be looking at their trades. So make sure that it's legitimate, but you bring 10 friends and you use your link, then you get a free premium membership, which unlocks the stocks. So you're gonna get the stock board, and it unlocks real-time alerts. So you can see here with this Dogecoin alerted 7 minutes ago. That's super important to know because you want to know when that's alerted and then how has the price moved since the alert. So you can see it's down 0.2% since the alert, and this was a short position anyways, so it's not necessarily as good of an entry as when it was an alert. Do you see what I'm saying? And so crypto is free for anybody. howtotradeai.com, you guys can use the crypto side of it. But what's really cool is the coach is my favorite part because what I've realized is as long as the coach is giving me positive points, I'm doing a good job on my account. My account is growing. And so I don't even have to think about trading anymore. I have a coach that's watching every move I make. And I can ask the coach questions about current positions, or I can even go into the Learn tab and learn about the strategy that the Algo is built on, which is the How to Trade AI method. This is only for premium members, but this goes into what the strategy actually is. So we're going for a stretched move. And that's how we're able to find setups 24/7. So the reason I'm able to find a setup 24/7 is because there's always some sort of volatility in the market. What I realized was when I built my Claude quant, I had a quant analyst that I built, was an agent that was researching the markets 24/7. And what I realized was money was always moving. And it was something that I never realized analyzing the market as a human for over a decade, or even having quants on my team that I hired that would analyze and report to me. The AI uncovered something that I didn't realize, which was the money is moving constantly. It's like going from chips to legacy names like Apple, Google, and then it goes into like chips again, and then it just rotates back and forth, and then, you know, Tesla drops 15% in one day, but then Apple is breaking a new all-time high. So I'm realizing like, okay, well, then let's just build the algorithm in a way where we can make money 24/7 anytime we want without fail. And that's what this is. And so, yes, to answer your question, you can certainly do that. And that's what's really cool about the algorithm. So let's go ahead and pull up the live board, check out our live trades now. We've got $80,000 of positions open right now. Good question, Bolicito. Let's see, any new signups on the app? Oh, we just got Ad Juer, who signed up. Super happy to have you on board. Man, this reminds me of the old SniperTube days where we used to just have like specific KPIs we would track, right? Like right now, the KPIs for me is users on the platform. I want all of you to experience howtotradeai.com and let it revolutionize your way of trading because it's revolutionized my approach to trading. And now you can see on the live board, by the way, look at that, $38 in profits. Look, we are up 10% on XRP and Ethereum right now, which is awesome. Guys, I'm telling you, look, AI is not gonna take your job. AI is gonna print money for you. This is literally a printer that I've created. My friend said, don't release this. He's like, this is literally a printer name. I'm like, I don't care. I owe my community something. It's been a decade. For those that have been snipers here. Bolosito says, I found some of the language hard to follow. Is the AI writing everything? Which language? Good question. Which language are you talking about? The AI was involved in building the platform. As a matter of fact, I'd like to vibe code with you guys on these live streams. So sooner than later, we can get to that point once the chat gets more active and we can actually build more platforms and actually work on the algorithm together. Because here's the algo right now as it stands. As a matter of fact, this was the whole point of the live stream. Let's go ahead and interact with the algorithm for a little bit here. So like, let's say I were to just keep it at flagship level. So this is the normal algorithm. You can see if I were to just click crypto, since this is the board that matters, there's actually nothing on the board. So the reason you see Dogecoin on the board here is because I force the algorithm to at least give one setup every single day. Like no matter what, if somebody logs into the algorithm, there has to be a setup on the board. And so I told the algorithm, I was like, hey, regardless of what the volatility is like throughout the board, whatever is the most volatile, there's a setting that just pops that one asset up to the board so that you have a trade to make, right? And oftentimes I've found those trades are very solid trades. As a matter of fact, I'm starting to actually learn about my own trading style because it tracks losses. And this is one of the really cool parts about the app is I'm able to replay every single one of my losses in real time. So I'll show you an example. Like here was a Tesla long position that I got liquidated in. And notice how I can literally play this as if it was like tape of every entry I made and every single bad decision that happened in that trade. And ironically enough, on my coaching tab, I went from like a high score down to a bad score. And I realized like, hey, I need to take a break from trading. And that was like a week or two ago. I remember that. That was when the big Tesla crash. That was actually like Thursday or something. And so I learned about the bad habits and the good habits that I have. And so it's phenomenal what the app is doing. So you can see here we have Ethereum long, Solana long, Ripple long, Bitcoin Cash long open right now. And what was the feature that I was going to just show you guys? I was going to show you a special feature on the app. But for those that haven't signed up yet, howtotradei.com. I'm looking at every new user signing up right now. This is literally going to make trading so easy for every single person. Big Time Big A says, oh, here's what I was going to show you guys. I was going to show you the threshold. So I'll get to your question in just a second. Let's talk about the thresholds. So the way I built the algorithm is like on the crypto side right now, you can see Doge is actually being graded right now. So this is a real one on the board now. So it just got on the board actually right now. So Dogecoin just now is being shown as a great opportunity. So this is legit. Now let's say I were to drop the sensitivity of the algorithm, 0.98, 0.97, 0.96, 0.95, 0.94, 0.93. Let's go further down, further down, further down until something else pops up. Oh my gosh, there's like no volatility in the markets right now. Is this even working? I guess there's just no volatilities in the markets. I might have to diagnose this in just a second. We can see for the stocks how all of these stocks start to come up. So what we're supposed to see is, we were supposed to see what that threshold would do in real time. And so apparently there's just no other opportunities in the market right now for the cryptocurrency market, despite the fact that I guess we're in positions. And so anyways, that's an interesting part of the algorithm. I mean, I guess that makes sense because Ethereum, Solana, XRP, BCH have all been super stagnant. So there's not really that much volatility, but these were all alerts at one point. And so that's why they've been alerted and they've already moved, if that makes any sense. So, all right, what questions do we have in the chat here? Wait, this isn't a COD sniping channel anymore? Big Time Big. Well, the new Call of Duty is coming out soon, so we might need to do some Call of Duty videos, right? But no, we're here in beautiful Southern California. We've still got our Ethereum long position open, $26,000 allocation. Solana, $24,000 allocation. Ripple, $19,000 allocation. And then Bitcoin Cash, $12,000 allocation. Doing pretty good. I'm really thinking that we're going to see a reversal in the markets here soon, especially in the cryptocurrency market. I mean, we've been holding up quite well so far for, you know, being below the 200-week moving average. We haven't seen much more further downside for Bitcoin. As a matter of fact, it's been showing strength. And so it's going to be really interesting to see what happens there. But yeah, Dogecoin on the board. I want to make sure this wasn't a glitch. I'm going to go into my back end where I'm actually going to see if that sensitivity threshold is working perfectly. Yeah, I guess there's just no volatility in the market. So it is working. So there's just no volatility in the market right now. So literally Dogecoin is the only thing that's up. So I mean, we're actually super lucky to be in live positions right now, and maybe don't expect much from them in this exact moment because there really isn't much volatility in the market other than Dogecoin right now. And if you're going to get into Doge, it's telling us it's a short position right now. So anyways, let's talk about the algo. So the whole goal of this series is to see whether or not we can get this algorithm to actually trade for us where we don't even have to do anything anymore. And this is going to be a really interesting series because right now I'm leading by 34.7 points, as you can see here. I have an 80.9% win rate compared to the algorithm, which is taken 26 trades so far, and it's trying to clone me actually. So the way I built it is it's trying its best to clone me. So it's trying to follow my trading style and then trade off of that. So looks like some of our trades that are moving, that are on the board, looking good. Who do we have on the live chat? Big time, Big A. Do you think we get one more leg down before end of bear market? Everyone expecting that. So in crypto, that usually means it won't happen, in my opinion. Yeah, exactly. I agree with you 100%. Great call there. I don't think it's going to happen because if everybody's expecting that, it's going to do the opposite. And that's a great thesis because the markets are 80% emotional and 10% of it is technicals and the other 10% is fundamentals, which include news, right? So that's the fact of where we're at right now. And so I totally agree with you. I think that there's potential we don't see a leg down. As a matter of fact, we can flirt in and out of that 200-week moving average for quite a while before we see movement further out away from that. And right now, AI is taking over all of the capex of every major company. It's taking and sucking dry every liquidity event that's in the market right now. And that's what's holding the cryptocurrency market back. And we called the top in October, right? We all remember I called the top in October. If you didn't see my Instagram video, I said, hey, 126,000, I'm risking my life making this video, guys. Sell your Bitcoin right now. Institutions are gonna rob you. This is about to happen right now. I'm literally risking my life doing this. I've never made a video on Instagram about Bitcoin before. I'm making this video right now because you need to sell your Bitcoin. Boom, I stamped that October 6th, 2025, 3 days before the catastrophic event in the top. And so I got a phone call. I'm not gonna talk about that on the live stream, but I got a phone call, that's how I knew. And as you guys know, I'm at Mar-a-Lago with Eric Trump, Donald Trump all the time. It's on my Instagram, go check my Instagram. I mean, these are the circles I hang out in. These are my circles. And so the point is we understand what's about to happen in this world. And so it's time to build money printers. And this is our algorithm. So throughout this series, what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to get this algorithm to beat me. And right now, it's at 46.2%. Now, what's interesting about the setups, so these setups that the algorithm spits out, right? These are all setups. So like if I were to go in here and click the Dogecoin setup, there's an actual entry, target, and a stop loss. So these setups right now are sitting at an 89% win rate. So if I go into the app, you can actually see this live. I'll show it to you right now. You can go here and you'll see we are currently hitting an 89% win rate. Look at this. So if you go into the settings, anybody can do this even on a free account, howtotradai.com. All of you guys can go there. You can see which algo is live right now. And you can see the V4.4.0, 106 resolved trades, 88.5% win rate. That was built by yours truly, right? Completely built by me, not one developer, not one quant involved, but myself. And that's the beautiful thing about Claude and what I'd like to teach you guys at our Vibe Coding on how to actually take your brain of, what you've learned in trading and put it into software, something that can actually produce for you. And in this case, you connect it to Hyperliquid, the largest decentralized exchange in the world, like I did, and I can literally take trades with a click of a button anytime I want, using a platform that I built for not just myself, but for all of you guys as well. So howtotradai.com, check it out. We've got 4 live trades open on the board right now. And then we'll wrap up this live stream if we don't have the chat pop. And any other questions on the chat? I see we've got a dozen viewers right now. Remember to hit the like button, guys. We're trying to re-engage the algorithm. YouTube's algorithm's got to get to speed. This is going to be the #1 live stream on YouTube. Like, who else has this? A money printer. This is a money printer. Isn't that crazy? Right? And I can't wait to get this algorithm to try to beat me. This is going to be a very fun series for us. And everything is actually tracked. And so everything, once again, is live on the blockchain. That's the beautiful thing about Hyperliquid. It's the largest decentralized exchange. There's a reason HypeUSDT is one of the only cryptocurrencies that are essentially still in a bull market, right? It's continuing to break new all-time highs, theoretically in price discovery in some ways. And so there's a reason it's like that. It's because Hyperliquid can allow for use cases like what we've created, which is a place for us to trade. And as a matter of fact, as a US resident, using a API to make the trade as we do, it actually bypasses the geo block, which is really cool as well. So I'm able to bypass a geo-block and right through my platform without a VPN, I can take trades. Where traditionally, if you were to log into Hyperliquid's native platform on a web browser, you would have to use a VPN if you're in the US, right? So any questions on the live chat? Bolosito says, I've come to the conclusion as a trader that I want to know when volume is starting to kick in on a stock or crypto. Is there a screener for that? Yes. So their volume, it tells you exactly, because that's how the algorithm's built. So there's a portion of the algorithm that will tell you about volume. And I'm gonna show that to you in just a second here, watch. So if you go here and you actually click this right here, I'll show you, you can actually see the volume. So the volume is super important. So if I were to just go into the app, notice how, if I click this, it will say what type of volume. Doge jumped 6.6% in a day, 1.1x bigger than a normal day. That 1.1x here under patterns is telling you what the volume is. So it's 1.1x what the normal volume is. And so it's telling you here, it happened on average volume on thin participation, which makes for a weaker fade. Moves this fast, usually cool back down. Shorting a spike is the fast side, snapbacks off a blown off, come quick. So take it and get flat. So, and there's also, if there's any news that pops up for that event, it's there right there. So this whole pattern area is tracking volume. It's one of the most important parts of the algorithm. Volume is huge, right? Because you guys know in my course, I teach that, right? So the algorithm, if you go here, there's volume. It's so important, right? So each surviving move is scored on how stretched it is. Stretch, level, volume is a huge factor. Notice how volume is here on the triangle for the algorithm. Super important. So great question there. Let's go ahead and let's pull up the live board. Boom, live board. $33 in profit. The coins are starting to move. Once again, we've got $80,000 worth of allocation live trades right now on these positions. I need to fix something on my OBS. Bear with me for 2 seconds. Done, fixed, beautiful, and now we've got the live board back. So a part of this series is gonna be working on this algo, and I can actually vibe code this with you guys live. Who here, by raise of hands, for those in the chat, put one, are vibe coders here. Any vibe coders, put one in the chat. There might not be, but vibe coding is what can allow you to build awesome platforms like this. So the goal is to see if the algo can beat me, right? I'm at an 80.9% win rate right now. Bolosita says, honestly, I need to dabble more. I've been pretty busy. Yeah, well, you know, ironically enough, this is the greatest time to make money in the markets. I'll tell you exactly why. All the semiconductors peaked, right? So NVIDIA, AMD, Micron, SanDisk, Western Digital, all of these like massive stocks that have been ripping for the last year, they're all peaked. And so what does that mean? We've already avoided the most risky aspect of that stock, which is the price discovery, right? The price discovery is the most dangerous part of an asset because you don't know where that's gonna end. And so now that price discovery has ended, what happens is on the way down is we already know every single significant level because we can look at a weekly candle where we broke into new all-time highs and say to ourselves, well, whatever this weekly candle high is a significant level. So on the way down is the opportunity. So we have that for the semiconductors. It's all gonna be on the way down. So boom, bounce off support, we're gonna have an alert for that. Bounces off another, like right now, Tesla, it just tapped the 200-week moving average for the first time in a long time. And so what does that mean? We're gonna see a long position for Tesla here soon. And when we see that long position for Tesla, I can guarantee you it's going to bounce. And so not only have the semiconductors peaked, and now we have at least a year or two to trade it on the way down, being completely aware of every significant level, which the algo is aware of as well. But on top of that, the crypto market's at all-time lows. So as the crypto market starts to move back up, maybe we don't want to short the crypto market. Maybe we only take long positions. That's what I've been doing. And that's why you can see on our live trades, they're all long positions. Make sense? You guys with me? Bolosito says, what do you think about Trump talking about magnets? Vulcan is private, I believe. So what other options outside of MP Materials do you think we have good magnet companies to invest in? I haven't heard magnets in a long time. I'm really happy you mentioned this, Bolosito. I think magnets are an interesting industry. It's almost like helium, right? The things that you don't think of. I haven't heard much talk about magnets you got to understand the way that the Trump administration works is he has his whole posse at Mar-a-Lago, right? So to be in Mar-a-Lago, it's like a $2 million initiation annual fee. And so everybody there is a big baller. Everybody there's got businesses. They run the world. They run the United States for sure at Mar-a-Lago. And so Trump is surrounded by all of these experts. So there's most likely a magnet expert somewhere, right? When I'm at Mar-a-Lago, I'm talking with Eric Trump and Donald Trump Jr. and the World Liberty Financial team and the USD1 team. And I'm focused on the cryptocurrency side of it, right? As well as a little bit with LJ and the music side with Laura Trump and stuff like that, because I'm in the music industry as a passion. As a matter of fact, that's why we're here in beautiful Southern California, right? So I don't know much about the magnet side of things, but I'd look into magnets because I think magnets are extremely significant and could be a huge deal. Look at these trades, by the way. We just flipped in profits for Solana. Boom. Let's get a like for that and a new sign up on howtotradeai.com. Bobble just signed up. Good to have you, bro. And guys, look, when you download the app, go into the settings, add it to your home screen. It'll come onto your home screen just like a native app from the App Store. Go to the top and click settings, add to home screen, and then checkbox, add as a mobile app. And you're not even downloading it. It's just gonna add it to your home screen like a bookmark, and then you can click it like an app. And so I highly recommend that, guys. This is literally gonna change your life when it comes to trading and make it seamless for you, especially if you don't have time to do it, right? So it's just like a normal app right now. So howtotradeai.com, guys, let's get on it. Our live trades are moving. Let's see, almost 10% up on the Ethereum trade and the XRP trade. I really think Solana is gonna do well. I can't wait to long all of these cryptocurrencies and these altcoins to the moon, man. Like, you gotta understand, Bitcoin's gonna be around. I don't care what narrative you give it. Bitcoin's gonna be around. Don't tell me quantum computing is gonna take over Bitcoin, because they're all gonna get together, the guys that I know at the Satoshi Roundtable, and they're gonna say, hey, let's just fork it and make it anti-quant computing, right? And so it's not gonna be a big deal. We've seen that happen before. They come together and they fork it and they fix those issues. Man, I'm so happy we've got 4 new users on the app today. You guys are gonna love that. Like, you ever I've never in my life, my 28 years of being on this earth, I've never built something I've been so excited to share with the world. Because I don't even care if anybody uses it. I want to use it. I'm so excited to get up every single day and look at my TV and see all of my live trades that are actually on the board, connected to Hyperliquid, right? Bypassing that geo block, which I might open that feature up for I don't know, don't quote me, but you know, maybe for our group coaching, right? We have, if you're on How to Trade AI, you'll see, we also have a group coaching program, but that's application only. And I might open it up to like very close friends and family, because to me, it's really cool to be able to trade on the app. But for all of you guys, it's an educational platform. And we're gonna be working on this algorithm together. And the goal is to get it to a point where it's trading for us and that we don't even have to think about it, right? That's gonna be the point. So coming live to you from beautiful Southern California here, $80,000 of total exposure. We've got the majority of that in Ethereum right now, up almost 10%. Solana's starting to move. If you're trading, Solana's a good time to get in my opinion, right now. Up 0.6%, you'll pretty much get the same entry as me. And we're at an 81% win rate right now. So I'm telling you, nothing like AI printing for you, right? It's the best thing in the world. Your resolution, stream terminated, resolution exceeded account limit. This stream, all right, I think I fixed my kick stream. Let me just throw this into Claude and I'll make sure this doesn't happen ever again. We'll figure that out. Makes sense now. Now I understand why my kick streams are not working. So Bolasita said, trying to catch the bottom. You know, I've realized, you know, where you're gonna lose the most in trading is trying to catch a bottom, trying to catch a top, right? Like I started shorting Apple at 333 and then it like popped up to 340 after hours and I'm on 20x leverage. And I'm like, man, like why did I get an alert during price discovery? And I found a bug in my algo that said, oh, well, because the price discovery, like it just hit a 52-week high yesterday, it didn't calculate it. So part of my algo is don't ever short something in price discovery, right? So there's certain things that you have to understand, like when it comes to trading. So catching those bottoms, for me, what I've found is it's like the boring days like this where there's no volatility, that's where the most money is to be made. And you just have to follow and know what to trade in that day. And that's what I built howtotradeai.com on, that philosophy. So anyways, let's check out the live board. Doge still on the board. Once again, we have the algo here. So what's interesting is we can see and prepare for those that trade the stock market. We can prepare for what's to come in the stock market on Monday by doing this. If we go to the Algo and we click stocks, you can see Friday we ended a crazy day. HIMS was down 13.6%, Nebius, Bloom Energy down 12%, right? And what we can do is we can actually open this up, start to change this gauge, and we can see like all of these stocks that just ended. Like Nike was down 3%, Marvel down 7%, Western Digital down 7%, Intel, SanDisk, right? You can just go on and see there's gonna be a lot of, if you can even make the algo stricter, which is cool. So anyways, let's see what happens. I gotta be able to scroll here under live board. I don't see that feature, but it works on desktop, huh? That's weird. There needs to be a scroll feature here. That's what we need. So I'm gonna go into Claude Code and add a scroll feature. Let's pull up the live board. Where are we at right now with our live trades? Ooh, they're moving. Can you show us one more time how to refer people? Yes. You go down to interact. Sorry, that's what I do, not you. So here's the app. You go to your profile, top right, go all the way and just click one up, invite friends, earn perks. Boom, and you'll have a link here. And everything is tracked on my affiliate dashboard on my back end. So 10 invites, you get free premium for life. I'm only gonna offer that right now, just because obviously I would love to share the gift of this app to the world. It's my pleasure to do that. Okay, is this a live board? Yeah, this is live board. So let's stay on live board. Boom. You guys enjoying the clips? You guys enjoying the stream so far? Should I keep doing this or should I stop and just go ghost for another 5 years again? What do you guys think? I gotta hear from you. We got 8 eyeballs here. Come on. Let's hear it. Now, Bitcoin Cash, I'm hoping this pops. I have my lowest allocation in Bitcoin Cash right now because, you know, I like Bitcoin Cash. I know Roger, but not just that. The Bitcoin Cash thing for me is I've used it so much to pay my international employees, like especially in the Philippines. It's so convenient. And there's a lot of adoption for Bitcoin Cash. And so I have my lowest allocation in Bitcoin Cash right now. For those that are just tuning into the live stream, by the way, we are coming live to you from Southern California, live trading here with our Claude built, vibe coded AI algorithm that's connected live to Hyperliquid. You can see US stock markets are closed, and we're gonna be working on our algorithm to see if we can get the algorithm to not just pick the best setups, but also beat me while it trades. So we have a ghost algorithm open. But once again, I was explaining this earlier, I don't think we can get the algorithm to be the best without a human involved. I think the human element is so important. It just needs to be minimal. And that's how I built this algorithm. So I just have to check off the last decision instead of going and looking at the fundamentals and technicals every single day, looking at every single thing on the board, like, hey, where did the money move from semiconductors to the blue chips to the Russell? Like, I don't need to do that anymore. The AI does that, and every single morning I just wake up and I'm like, oh, look, Dogecoin's on the board for a short position right now. Should I take it? Maybe I should. And there you go. And so howtotradeai.com, for every new user that's coming on right now, we're gonna keep it open for a limited amount of time. I will shout you out right now. Bob is our last user. And it looks like we might have some others. Howtotradeai.com, guys, you can get access to this. And remember, for the free account, you're not gonna access the stocks, but you'll get access to all the crypto calls. And that's actually, in my opinion, the best because you can trade them on the weekend. And so get on there. It's literally built to be a free app. There's so many features on the free. You don't have to be premium. Obviously, I gotta pay the bill somehow, so there's a premium feature. And on top of that, if I'm gonna connect Hyperliquid into the account and give you the ability to not get geo-blocked, right? Like, there are a lot of things that are valuable about the back end of this when it comes to the premium side. But for the free side, educational side, this is where it's gonna come in handy because you can at least see all of the trades and see what the calls are and see in that moment, how can I make money? How can I have the AI print for me? The AI is now printing for us. And so, are there no vibe coders here? I asked you guys, anybody vibe coding? I'd love to do a stream where we're actually working on the algorithm and the platform together. If there's any feedback, guys, we can add anything to the platform. Just by clicking this, I can go into the app itself. And I can show you guys the app. So you can save it. It's gonna be on the App Store here real soon, educational one. But here's my favorite part, the coach is free for all of you guys. So as you're trading, the coach is giving you points and removing and deducting points, depending on good and bad behavior. And you can actually challenge the behavior. If you feel like, hey, this was not right? You can challenge this call, tell us why, and reverse it. And it's gonna get our algorithm even better and train the algorithm on what good and bad behavior is. You can even adjust your playbook. So these are your calls, like, hey, I want a 10% allocation as my max to keep myself on track with my rules. Or I want to only be able to add in 3 times to my position before it starts warning me not to. Or this is my max leverage. I love max leverage. This app is actually built for leverage. That's my favorite part. Notice how all of our live trades right now are over pretty much 20x leverage, which is huge because that allows you guys, for those that just want to put in a grand, $1,000, you can trade that as if it's $25,000 efficiently and make money, like real money. This is what the market's built for. This is what the cryptocurrency and Hyperliquid was built for. Why is Hyperliquid the only cryptocurrency that's not in a bear market? Because outside the US, it is the most popular thing in the world. Go to Dubai, everybody's using Hyperliquid. Go to Solana's Breakpoint conference, everybody's building on Hyperliquid. It's only the US that's not. And that's gonna change soon. I've been to Mar-a-Lago, I've been in front of Eric Trump, I've had a conversation with Eric Trump many times. As a matter of fact, I can call him right now. I'm telling you, put my word on this, Hyperliquid will be allowed in the US at some point or another. Just watch. We're not gonna get left behind here in the US. Decentralized technology is the future. I don't care what you say that AI is sucking the liquidity out of the markets. Look at every CapEx right now for every major white chip company like Apple and Google. They're spending the bazooka. And they haven't made anything from AI yet. Google's behind. They released Gemini Flash before Gemini Pro. Give me a break. Anyways, the point is, here we're at with our live stream, our live trades. Anybody on the live stream chat? Bolasito says, you really helped me a long time ago to start making sense of trading. Guys, I'm telling you, the course that I put in the app is even better than anything I've ever built. So we're coming live to you from Southern California. Solana, $23,000 position. Ethereum, $26,000 position open. I think it's time for some push-ups, guys. Health as well. Come on. Let's get some push-ups. Everybody get up. Get your push-ups in. I'm telling you, if you haven't downloaded howtotradeai.com, get on there, download the app. It's free for now. You guys are gonna love it. I built it myself, not one developer involved, just Claude and I. And for the rest of my life, I'm gonna have it trade for me. Unlike back in the day where algos were reserved for the elite, for the venture capitalists, for the hedge funds, now that technology is at our fingertips. And that's what this is right here, howtotradeai.com. So our Zcash trade already hit profits, that's why it's not on the board. Oh, we got a new member here, howtotradeai.com. Remember, add it to your home screen as a mobile app. The take profit and stop loss is not dynamic. I just changed that today. I was trying to figure out how I wanted to handle that. So basically, there's a setting that is auto take profit, auto stop loss. I always have that setting on. And it ensures that the stop loss is not where liquidation is. So it's before liquidation, that's for sure. Now the question is, when you add to a position, does it adjust the stop loss? So it used to, and I stopped that. I said to myself, I don't want the stop loss to get adjusted. I want it to stay static. And whatever position is added, that readjusts the stop loss for that allocation. So every allocation has its own stop loss. And that's how I set it up right now. I'm testing it. We're gonna figure that part out soon. I've learned that adding into my positions usually lead to more losses. And so now I'm taking my stops for what they are. But there are certain occasions where what we have to do is we have to test, as we get close to a stop loss, do we remove it and allow the price to drift towards liquidation? And if we get close to liquidation, do we add into that position at that point as like a last measure to not get liquidated? So that's the question. And yeah, that's a rule you have to figure out for yourself, is how much am I willing to add in? And so that's why I like to be at 10% allocation for every trade, so that if I'm at 10% allocation, I always have more ammo in the tank. I have more ammo in the clip to be able to drive that position entry lower if needed in an emergency scenario. But at that point, your position wasn't necessarily the best, because if you're gonna have to drill into that position more and more and more and expose yourself even further, it was just wrongly timed decision. So in some cases, just let the stop do its job, take the loss. The last thing you wanna do is have a high win rate, but then that one loss wipes out your account. So that's super important. You can't have that happen. And there's a lesson on that in the app. So good question there. So here's the algo. Scanning, size, volume, quality, all of it. Oh, Outcast15, good to have you on the app, bro. Really happy to see you guys here. I can't wait to get our first premium member and see somebody crushing it on the app. I'm gonna be tracking all the paper accounts, and then I can't wait to track the premium accounts for the people that actually want to like trade live with it, because at that point it's like, man, I can start building my posse, my Avengers, right? Because I want great traders around me. It's hard to find a great trader, right? But I've won trading competitions. I've been around these great traders, and they still get emotional. Like when I did my trading competition in Dubai and I won, and then I did Europe, and then I won in Paris, and then we did London, and then we did Amsterdam, and we went on and on and on, Munich, Germany. When I did that, I noticed something. I said, no matter where I go, these traders are emotional, right? Like the trading competition was like, hey, you can trade up to 12 cryptocurrencies. I was like, all right, cool. Well, what's the highest leverage? 400x leverage. Oh, really? Cool. Well, I just want to trade Bitcoin then. What do you think all the other participants did? Oh, no, I'll trade Ethereum, I'll trade Solana, and they liquidated here, blow their account there. I'm like, I'm 400x leverage, I'm trading Bitcoin, I'm good. I'm good. That's how we won. That's how we built the algorithm, actually based on that, because it was the first time I started trading with 400x leverage, and I'm like, wait, I'm pretty good at this. Wait, you can actually trade with 400x leverage, because I started adjusting the parameters in my head, and I said, well, I'm a great trader, so like if it's just higher leverage, I just need to adjust my timing. So if I'm usually in a position this long, well, with 400x leverage, doing the mental math, I was like, well, I just need to be in a position for a few seconds. So I was in the position the least amount of time, and I won the most. That's how I won number one in the trading competition. So I was like, well, we can put this all into an algo. Like if it's all about volatility, then let's just, guys, watch the video. Notice how in the video where I won number one, this was the final, right? So this was after they had many different rounds of dozens and dozens of traders trading against each other. This was the finals, all the winners and me. This was the finals. Notice how as soon as I walked up to the computer screen on a 1 minute chart, I see Bitcoin dumping. Notice how I see Bitcoin dumping, and I'm like, what do I say? Pay attention. I say, we might have to go long. Listen to this. Look, this is where I see that we're dumping. This is how the algorithm is built. Timing. I saw volume. So initially it was a short to get to the final. But then look, I get here, look. The rubber band is what we teach. Holy smokes. It just dumped. Ton of volatility. I might have to go long. That was before the competition. And then I won number one. So there was a reason I won number one there. You can see, I knew already in my head, I said, we're gonna go long. So that is the rubber band method. That is what we built this whole algorithm on. Look, if you go into the course, that's exactly what it teaches you. So if you go in to learn, and you go into our method, it literally is that. It is what allowed me to win #1 in the trading competition. So you go down here and you see the rubber band. This was it. That was what we just saw. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's exactly what we just saw. With Bitcoin's price, it came down, I took a long, I won the competition. It's called the snapback. So that's the strategy that we've backtested here for the last 2 months. And we've seen nothing but immense results from this strategy. And this is why I'm sharing it with you guys now. So we're gonna wrap up this live stream here in just a second. But Bolosito says timing is everything. For everything in life, timing is everything, right? Let's check our live trade on the board. See where we're at. Coming to you live from Southern California. We got some live trades on the board. If anybody was a part of Traders Profit Club, has an active membership, anybody that has an active membership to Blue Star, it was another algorithm that we were promoting, message me on Instagram, let me know, and you're gonna get comped the membership here, just for you guys that have been long time commits, but for those that are active in their subscriptions already, I just wanna bring that up. I'll be sending emails out to everybody soon anyway, so don't worry about it. Anybody vibe coding? AZTV in the house, Sweet Canary in the house. Good to have you guys. Guys, howtotradeai.com. Go download it right now. This is literally my heart, sweat, blood, tears, and everything all poured into this app. Everything about me in this app. It's my favorite thing in the world. Howtotradeai.com. I'm the one using it now. It's the only way I trade. Download it. Get on it. A lot of hard work. We got the Algo here. We're gonna see if the Algo can get automated at some point and beat me. Right now it's at 46.2% win rate. But as I mentioned earlier, it's still in the positive. So even with a 46.2% win rate, it's still making money. And a part of that is because the Algo itself is 90% accurate with win rate. But this is trying to model the way I trade at 80% win rate. So theoretically, if I just let the Algo do its thing, I could actually increase my win rate as well if I just let it go to the target and stop loss. But here's where it gets interesting. So the reason I don't do that is because it's not just the win rate, it's also the amount of allocation within each position. But on top of that, it's also the timeouts. There are certain positions that time out. That means they don't hit stop or take profit, and I purposely took that out of that calculation. So it might be an 89% win rate, but that means that, and you can see that on the app, it's very transparent about it, because if you go into the app, I'll show you, you can actually go into the algorithm side, and it'll tell you how much timeouts were on that version of the algorithm. So what's being calculated in terms of timeout. So notice how 34 timed out of 183, but we're at a 93.3% win rate right now for this algo. So it's a 93.3% win rate with 34 that's timed out. And so that's the difference between, you know, that. So Outcast just opened up a Doge short. Good. We took a long position on Doge yesterday, and then it popped, and now it's telling us to go short, which is perfect. All right, I think we're gonna wrap up here soon, guys. We've been live here now for, why is it saying 11:49 now? Did it stop the live stream and redo it twice? I hope not. Here, why don't we wrap it up so we can check out if there were any technical issues, or we can keep going for a little bit. We'll go for a little bit. I'm just gonna tone it down a bit, maybe start working on the app on Claude Code a little bit. Let's see here. froze at one point. Oh. Okay. I might need to get an Ethernet cable is what I need. That's the last missing piece to the streaming setup. Well, how about we do this? Our positions are about to go flat right now. So if any new positions come up, we'll get back on the live. I'm gonna hold on to those positions. You have my word on this. And let's do some. I'm gonna clip some of these, work on the algorithm a little bit. I'm gonna change a couple of things, and then we'll get back. So thank you guys for tuning in, snipers.